classroom, but two completely different destinies. On a rainy morning, a luxury black car stopped outside a school gate. A young boy stepped out wearing expensive shoes, carrying a brand new backpack. His name was Arian. Just a few feet away stood another boy. His shoes were torn, his uniform was old, and rainwater dripped from his hair. His name was Rahul. Arian was the son of a wealthy businessman. Rahul was the son of a poor rickshaw driver. Every morning, Arian entered school with confidence and comfort. Rahul entered with silent dreams hidden behind tired eyes. One day inside the classroom, the teacher smiled and asked, "Children, what do you want to become in the future?" Arian quickly stood up and proudly said, "I will take over my father's business and become richer than him." The class clapped. Then Rahul slowly stood up. His voice was soft, but full of emotion. "I want to become successful, so my mother never has to work in pain again." The entire classroom went silent. Every afternoon, Arian enjoyed burgers, pizza, and expensive snacks with his friends. Rahul sometimes drank only water because he had no lunch. Many students laughed at his old clothes. Some ignored him completely. But Rahul never complained, because deep inside his heart, he carried a dream bigger than his pain. Every evening after school, Rahul helped his father pull the heavy rickshaw through crowded streets. At night, when the city lights dimmed and people slept peacefully, Rahul studied under a broken streetlight near his tiny house. Cold winds touched his face. Mosquitoes filled the air, but he never stopped reading. One night, his mother walked toward him with tired eyes and cracked hands. She placed her hand gently on his head and said, "Son, being poor is not a crime. Giving up is." Rahul looked at her with tears in his eyes. "I promise, Mom. One day I will change our life." Years slowly passed. Arian became careless. Luxury made him lazy. He stopped focusing on studies and wasted most of his time showing off to friends. Meanwhile, Rahul kept fighting every single day. He failed many times. He faced insults. He faced hunger. But he never lost hope, because every time life pushed him down, he remembered his mother's tired face. One winter night, Rahul studied until morning for an important government exam. His fingers were freezing. His stomach was empty. But his determination was stronger than everything. Days later, the results finally arrived. Rahul's hands were shaking as he opened the list. And then, his eyes filled with tears. He had passed. The poor rickshaw driver's son had become a successful officer. That day, his mother cried harder than ever before. But these were not tears of pain. They were tears of pride. Years later, the same school organized a grand ceremony. Students, teachers, and guests filled the huge hall. A luxury car arrived outside the school. But this time, it was Rahul stepping out of the car. He walked toward the stage wearing a clean uniform and a confident smile. The entire hall stood up and applauded loudly. Among the crowd sat Arian quietly. Life had changed everything. Rahul stood before the microphone and took a deep breath. Then he said, "Life does not decide your future by your money. It decides your future by your courage." The hall echoed with applause. Rahul looked toward the sky with emotional eyes and whispered softly, "Mom, we made it." And in that moment, everyone understood one powerful truth. Real richness is not in your pocket. It is inside your struggle, your hard work, and your never-ending dreams.